Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your favorite channel, ORTM 1. This is the time of your English program of every Saturday and Sunday. First, the main headlines. That meeting of the President of the Transition, Colonel Assimi Goïta, with our economic operators, meaning by these the delegations of the Malian Council of Shippers and that of the National Council of Employers. ICT at the top of modernization of the administration was the team chosen for the first edition of the Digital Week. It was held on Monday and Tuesday at CICB. To develop the concept of financial education among teachers, a workshop was initiated about information and awareness raising. Now, the development of Mali news. Transition President Colonel Assimi Goïta received our economic operators, meaning by these the delegation of the Malian Council of Shippers and that of the National Council of Employers. The discussions focused on the presentation of their respective office and their specific concern to their corporation without mentioning the current economic difficulties in order to find viable and consensual solutions. Report Alcine Touré, translated by Drisaka Dambele.
This visit is a contact and an opportunity to present the new office of Malian Chargers Council. Opportunity to discuss current preoccupations. It's a first meeting to present the office and mission of Malian Chargers Council, a department which supplies Mali, import, export, and transit. In the same way, the National Employers Council met the head of state to inform him about their projects to implement and stimulate the economy and then create jobs. It was also a new office of National Employers Council presented to the head of state for the private sector. Employers Association includes all trade associations. The new members of Employers Council talked about their work program, which focuses on 5 main themes. These include energy, human resources, infrastructure, taxation, and financing. They thanked the transition president, all the government, and asked their support for private sector.
ICT at the top of modernization of the administration was the team chosen for the first edition of the Digital Week. This meeting of technological innovation should allow professionals in the sector to discuss and share their experience in order to meet the challenge of digital sovereignty. Report Angel Dambele.
To make Mali one of the most powerful in digital fields, it is necessary to give pride of place to the modernization of the administration and the securing of institutional communication. It is with this in mind that the first edition of the Digital Week was held, a space for discussion and sharing of experiences between industry and digital professionals, a way to promote local skills.
First of all, I want to thank our department. This day is very important for us because it's occasion to show how is the degree of our implementation about digital. So I can say that it's a big moment to explain, and also how it's important for us to move from analogic to digital today. I just want to say that this initiative is coming from UET, International Union of Telecommunication. It's in 2015.
Yes, we are here. We've been here since yesterday. We want to be able to develop the country vision, which is toward digitalization and dematerialization, which is all included in numerization of the government processes.
The National Director of the Digital Economy wanted to acknowledge the leadership of the minister and the ambition of the authorities of the transition to make digital a priority.
One idea, just to bind together all the main actors on the sector of digital domains, so that we can, how to start our development for a sustainable way, so that we can have a withdrawal or have the best of the digital telecommunication means, so that we can improve our incomes, so that all the citizens can have the benefits.
It must be recognized that Mali is not, however, lagging behind in the field of ICT in view of the government's commitment to make digital a powerful lever for development every day.
Our diplomats are building their capacity on World Food Programme procedures. It is thanks to a training course. Report Alfsen Turge, translated by Gausu Jara.
World Food Programme is one of the best partners with Mali. Especially World Food Programme helps Mali to manage food and humanitarian crisis. Its procedure allows to master many operations. The representative of the World Food Programme spoke about the achievement of some operations. According to him, do you allow me to greet the dynamism and the important cooperation between Multilateral Office and World Food Programme? This vital mind of partnership has allowed us to be together in order to discuss everything. We want everybody informed about all activities we are doing. This dynamism between the World Food Programme and Malian government should be reinforced in order to fight insecurity food in Mali.
Corruption Governance Solutions were the subject of a panel organized by the NGO Accountability Lab Mali on the occasion of the 7th edition of Integrity ICOM. Objective: to build a new generation of active citizens and accountable leaders in order to contribute to the fight against corruption in Mali. Report Angèle Dambele.
The fight against corruption for virtuous governance requires honest public administration officials. This is the conviction of the initiators of Integrity Icon Mali from the NGO Accountability Lab Mali. She organized a panel on the correlation governance, corruption, and solutions on the occasion of the presentation of 4 finalists and nominees for Integrity Icon Mali 2021.
The campaign Integrity Icon aims at identifying and celebrate honest civil servant. We know that in Mali we have amazing people all over the country who are doing an amazing job, not only for themselves, but also for the entire population of Mali. So for us, it's really important, especially in the context where we are right now in Mali, where we know that a lack of integrity conduces to corruption, inequality, and insecurity. So we want to make sure that we put some light, we shed some light to those honest civil servants so that they can be not only a reference to the youth who aspire to work for the civil service, but also for the entire population.
The panelists made up of sociologists, researchers, economists, and lawyers gave explanation of corruption, its causes, and its consequences. According to them, this scourge is an obstacle to development and democracy.
All right, we had a discussion about accountability and how we need in Mali, in this context of crisis, to celebrate role models. So the idea promoted by this organization is to identify well-deserving state employees, people who are well known to be performing at top level, and acknowledge their contribution to the general welfare of the population and about providing quality service to customers. So this is mostly what we discussed and what we celebrated together today.
Integrity Icon Mali took place as the government undertook major reforms to fight against corruption in Mali. This panel took place the day before the designation by Accountability Lab Mali of the honest civil servants of the public administration.
Now follow part of Doussouba Konaté's speech, country director of Accountability Lab Mali. She expressed herself after the awarding ceremony. Follow.
So tonight we had the Integrity Icon Gala, which is the biggest celebration of the year, where we celebrate our honest civil servants. We give them prizes, and most importantly, we invite absolutely all of the different groups in Bamako, whether it's media, other organizations, civil society organization, their family, their colleagues, so that we can celebrate them. We know that they are working really hard in all of the different regions where they're coming from. And for us, it's really important to celebrate them so that we can show to the entire Mali that we have amazing role model, that we have inspiration here, and those people are contributing a lot, and they should keep contributing a lot to the new Mali that we want to create, a Mali that is accountable, a Mali that is fair, a Mali that is inclusive, so that really we can make sure that the majority of the population, or the population, all of the Malian population, can really benefit from the services of the government. Okay. We'll think about it, but we all know that in 2023 and 2024, we will have election in Mali. We all know that we are in a specific climate right now because we are in a transition. So we want to make sure that that we will have fair election, and making sure that we will have representative that will be inclusive and just represent the Malian population for our well-being.
Information and awareness raising workshop for teachers in Mali in financial education. It is with the aim of developing the concept of financial education among teachers called to be relayed that this workshop was initiated. Report Fadema Keita and Fatou Dramé for the translation.
We all learn in school except how to manage our money. It is to develop the concept of financial education among participating teachers called to be the reflections that this information and awareness workshop is initiated, and financial education will therefore focus on responsible spending, their desires, needs, and priority, the relationship with money, why and how. We will first talk about the development of personal confidence, the budget, planning, savings. Together we will look at the issue of debt and over indebtedness, which next humiliates the person. This capacity building, which lasts 2 days, allows them to acquire knowledge on the content of the Financial Education Action Plan (PNEF) plan, the popularization of which is subject to the efficient implementation of the project to promote access to financing of entrepreneurship and employment in Mali, PAFEM. Its objective is to give the population the minimum financial education, allowing them to acquire the required knowledge of the essentials, skill, and the appropriate attitude, both to make informed choices, develop a financial culture to make appropriate decisions for their personal and social well-being, the promotion of sustainable financial inclusion, to promote access to financing and perfect employment, PAFEM, for a period of 5 years and for an amount of $50 billion. It was seen on April 20, 2021.
Kanja's English Inclusive Inter-School competition ended this week. It gave 20 students of a fundamental school. The competition aims to promote English language in school programs. Report Angel Dambele.
Peace and cohesion was the theme for the 2022 edition Kanja's English Inclusive Inter-School competition. 9 students of fundamental school, including 3 per class, took part in the final of that first step. These senior students came from different schools. Through this instructive game, the initiator Kanja wants to play her part in the promotion of the English language.
How to do that? Different schools and as you said, the different grounds can take part to the initiative is to create an inclusive inter-school competition with the participation of 18% of people living with disabilities. This is the case of inclusivity. And now, the main idea, as I said, is to promote the English in Mali, create an exchange environment between pupils and students, because it's really a place where people can love and learn English. They can think how I can learn English and how I can improve my language.
The members of the Malian Association of Teachers of the English Language, like its chairperson, find that these kinds of initiatives support them in their mission.
This year they've chosen me to be the counselor, so it's a great honor for me that I represent Malian Association of Teachers of English, because it promotes my language, and this is one of our objectives, to promote the English language in Mali.
The godfather of the events thinks the competition lives up to expectations.
I'm very happy because when I saw students speaking like English like this, so I think that it is a good thing. And congratulations for teacher and learners.
As the saying goes, appearance doesn't make a man, but rather his mind. Here is the perfect illustration of this young boy who won the first prize in the 8th grade.
I'm very happy because I'm the winner.
Mohamed Jabi was the winner of the 9th grade.
I am very happy.
And the first prize of the 7th grade went to Mamutu Konati.
I'm very glad to win today the final.
It was, in short, the competition which concerned the pupils of the fundamental school, and when with that of the secondary school pupils, it will be held very soon in Bamako.
The last round and awarding ceremony of FLSL English Club Excellence Competition took place at Kabbalah University this Tuesday. Here are some interviews we propose you about the third edition of this competition. Follow.
Each year we improve it a little bit, and this year was well organized, better than last year, and we think that next year also will be better than this. Yeah, but most of the time we got the problems. That's the reason why it cannot be as we think, such as we have lack of partners, supporters. Sometimes we go through people to support us as to be sponsors, like godmother, fathers, but we don't find.
We came once again to participate to the third edition of FLSL English Club Excellence Competition. So it's a great initiative. Every action for the development of education is important, and we salute this initiative. It's making great impacts. We, MECC, on behalf of all the members of MECC, we always support all the activities of English clubs.
The criteria, of course, of this competition is very simple. So we just call on different participants or candidates, and then we ask them different questions about English language. So they have to answer to those questions, and in order to be selected.
I'm very happy to participate this competition because it's very good. It helps us to know many things.
This is the opportunity for students to improve their level and go deeply of their search of knowledge in like.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of Mali News. But stay with us for our English lesson, a lesson prepared and presented by our teacher Amadou Balde. Follow it.
Hello everybody, welcome in your English class. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler d'un sujet brûlant, a hot topic, qu'on appelle the environment, l'environnement. Nous allons vous donner le vocabulaire, les mots et les expressions qui vous permettront de participer à ce débat. Non seulement cela, nous allons aussi parler des effets de l'impact de l'homme sur son environnement, the impact of human being on the environment. Mais aussi et surtout, nous allons aussi parler de la protection de l'environnement. But what is the environment? C'est quoi l'environnement? L'environnement, c'est la forme, c'est le flore, le climate, la géographie, tout ce qui se trouve dans la nature. Et pourquoi le sujet de l'environnement est un sujet brûlant? Parce que nous avons des mots comme environmental issues, les problèmes environnementaux. For instance, there are many environmental issues in the world right now, and that is true fact. Il y a beaucoup de problèmes environnementaux dans le monde d'aujourd'hui. And why is that? Pourquoi? Because humans are doing what we call pollution. Pollution. Waste, garbage, la pollution, les ordures, les plastiques, et surtout ce qu'on appelle de fossil fuel. Les fossil fuels sont les fossiles combustibles qui sont riches en carbone. Humankind are polluting the world, for instance. And we can also say, for the COD, that we should reduce our use of fossil fuel as source of energy, ce qui crée un grand débat de nos jours. Okay? Et pourquoi cela? Parce que notre émission de fossil fuel émet le COD, that we call le dioxide de carbone. We can say that our emission of COD in the air trap heat in the atmosphere. Et cela crée ce qu'on appelle de nos jours global warming, le réchauffement climatique. The global warming is a big issue right now as we speak. Global warming effects are being felt all over the world, for instance. Les effets du changement climatique se font sentir à travers le monde. Why is that? Because temperatures are rising, les températures montent. Forests are burning, les forêts sont en train de brûler. The ice is melting, la glace fond. The sea level is rising, le niveau de l'eau monte. We also got different words, des mots comme desertification. Desertification, comme son nom l'indique, desertification. For instance, desertification is a major issue in sub-Saharan Africa. La désertification est une préoccupation majeure dans l'Afrique subsaharienne. Ce n'est pas le seul mot que nous avons aussi des mots comme deforestation, la déforestation. Whenever we cut trees for energy need or habitat, we are contributing to deforestation, for instance. Mais ne soyons pas pessimistes. Now let's talk about the protection of the nature. What should we do to protect the nature? D'après des recherches, we need the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Réduire, réutiliser et recycler if we want to save the nature. What we should do, we must reduce, reuse and recycle if we want to save the environment. Nous avons aussi ce qu'on appelle environmental friendly. Ça, ce sont des sources d'énergie qui font moins de pollution, like the solar, like the winds. We can say we need to use solar energy and wind if we want to protect the environment. And that is true fact. Nous avons aussi d'autres mots lorsqu'il s'agit de l'environnement comme environmentalist. Ça, ce sont des gens qui sont là, qui sont en train de tout faire pour nous aider à protéger la nature. Environmentalists are doing their best to protect the environment, and we all know that. Today, I'm going to leave you with a quote de Ronald Reagan, un ancien président des États-Unis, rest in peace. Il disait, quote, "Our preservation of the environment is not a liberal or a conservative challenge, it is common sense." Notre préservation de l'environnement n'est pas une question de libéraux ou de conservateurs, c'est une question de bon sens. Make a note of it. Merci d'avoir été avec nous tout le long du cours. Thank you and see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for watching us. We will be together next Saturday, Sunday, same time, same channel, ORTM 1. May God bless Mali. Goodbye.